Good morning. I'm Norma Cowie, and welcome to my YouTube channel for A Sunday Thought. Today in the US is Thanksgiving weekend, and many people, unfortunately, are not going to be able to join in their family Thanksgiving dinner as usual. But I sincerely wish for every person that they enjoy it to some point. Our Canadian Thanksgiving was last month. Very similar, but much more flexibility at that time to gather. When Thanksgiving comes around, it's very often we think about what we're giving thanks. And if you were like my family, when we gathered, we would talk about what we were thankful for the year. I also practice a habit of saying thank you mentally when things occur that I enjoy during the day. Unfortunately, I don't get out so much these days, so consequently not as many thank yous in the external world, but a lot often from my internal world. In fact, this morning I was running through some thankful thoughts and found I was also adding blessings to them. I bless this and bless that. And that is just another way of saying, just saying in a recognition and sending those good thoughts to. I thought I would also read you, in fact, it was the last section of a book I wrote in 1993 called Secrets for Living Happily. And it's titled Celebrating and Giving Thanks. Another secret of being happy is learning how to celebrate life. If you have lost the art of celebrating, then you will need to rediscover it. At one time, our society had a lot of ritual, which was part of the culture. But many of the rituals of celebration have been lost or have become hollow as we go through the motions, not really enjoying ourselves at all. As you begin to learn to celebrate, you will begin to feel happy and joyful, and your new happiness will reflect into your life. You can begin to celebrate the joys of living. My way of celebrating is through doing what I enjoy. I enjoy being in a lovely restaurant with friends and eating good food. I also celebrate by giving myself one treat or more a day, and I give thanks. The secret of saying thank you is the key to living happily. Every day, give a thank you for the events which happened in your life, which you enjoyed or added something to your day. By doing this, you reinforce into your system the things you want happening, the feelings you want to experience, and your life will become even more filled with happiness. So often you will put a lot of energy into a situation which you do not want to have happen by thinking, worrying, or just repeating what you do not want to friends. You can change your behavior of reaction by stating to your friends what you have enjoyed. An exercise which I and many others have found helpful is the following. Before I read this is what I wrote in 1993. And although it is a standard one which a lot of people have used and I have received over the years, thank you for it, I probably would change things, I'll say write it, I should say, a little bit differently at this point. So it goes like this. And I'm just going to preface some things in there. When you go to bed, raise your thoughts upward to the universal love source energy and say a thank you for everything you enjoyed during the day. There has to be one thing you were happy about. Say thank you for that. And there may have been many enjoyments, and you can say thank you to each one. Also in the morning when you wake up, raise your thoughts to the universal source energy and say, good morning, I will have a good day. Let good things come to me. Let good things go from me. I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks. Doing these 2 thank you exercises each day for 6 weeks will create a big change in your happiness levels. The comment I want to make is I was still learning a lot of things in 93, as it's 2020 now. And the thoughts of raising upward, because at that point we tended to think of the universal energy outside of us. Today, I know, and many others do know, that that energy is also within us. And the key for me is to be able to bring that inside. So even though I say raise your thoughts, I want you to also imagine that energy, that love source energy, universal energy, however you want to look at that, is also inside of you, that you can pull that in. And in saying your thank yous. Now, I also want to tell you a little story about this. I had a couple that came to me that were having complications in their relationship. Again, just soon after the book has been out, maybe a couple of years. And I gave them a copy of this book, and I gave them this exercise and said, do that. And they came back to me a few weeks later, and they said, you do not know how hard that was. We would lie there at night thinking of what can we say thank you for. And we would try and figure to find one thing that we were thankful for. But we would stay with it until we did. We found that one thing that we were thankful for. And we would say thank you. And in the morning, we would get up and we would say what has been said to say. And then slowly, as the days went by, we began to find more than one thing to be thankful for. We began to find 2 and 3. And so at the end of the 6 weeks, as they reported back to me so many years ago, their life had changed. They were looking forward every night to being able to give thanks for all the wonderful things that were happening to them. They were giving thanks for each other. They were giving thanks for so many things. And I know I give thanks for my family, both those here in Canada and those in New Zealand. I give thanks and send blessings as well, which is the good things of life. I give thanks for my friends. I have been so fortunate in my life with my friends, and they are all over, and especially in Canada, I have friends all over Canada, and I also have friends in New Zealand, not just family, but friends. And it's been a wonderful journey in knowing the power of the thank you. Just a simple thank you to a person can change their day, but it also can change your vibration. A thank you to yourself when you have done a deed that you like to do. I'm lucky. I enjoy the work that I do. I love the work that I do, and I forget sometimes to say thank you for that, because it's accepted. Don't just accept things in your life, because they can disappear, as we have learned this year in particular. Things change, things disappear. And now the thing is for you to begin to reinstate that element of giving thanks and celebrating where you are in the present, because the present creates the future. Know that you are able to connect into that love source energy. Know that that energy is there to support you. And by saying thank you, you are recognizing that it exists and is there for you support. And so that ends the Sunday thought, and I trust that you will have in the US a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're in anywhere else in the world, have a great Thanksgiving Day for the US. And I thank you for listening. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for your comments. They're dear to my heart. And just remember, you can always contact me through my website, www.normacowie.com. Thank you. Blessed be.